It feels like leather, smells like leather. Premium cars offer it, and it makes you feel like you're saving the world. I'm talking about vegan leather. The term vegan leather can be very confusing because, let's be real, how can leather be vegan? Today I'm busting some myths about vegan leather and the truth behind the trend. For something to be considered vegan, it needs to be made without the use of animal products. But last time I checked, genuine leather is made from animal skin, which is an animal product. That's why when I hear the word leather, it's anything but vegan. Really then, vegan leather isn't just an oxymoron, but it's just a clever term concocted by marketers. Fake leather. The reality is, genuine leather is synonymous with luxury, high quality, and durability. That's why many sports car and luxury vehicles still offer genuine leather. But mainstream car makers, vegan leather, they rationalize it by saying they're saving animals, so it boosts their PR image. Plus, they want to make you feel like you're helping to save the world too. But the fact is, the vegan leather is cheaper in cost for car makers and serves as a cost-saving measure. Here's another thing. Vegan leather aims to look and feel like genuine leather, but the material is typically made from plastic or polyurethane. The sad fact is even the highest quality vegan leather is still less durable than genuine leather. It also tends to be thinner, so it's not uncommon to tear or scuff faster over time. But it's not just that. Vegan leather isn't completely clean and green either. Producing vegan leather requires fossil fuels too. In addition, its production tends to be chemical heavy. PCV, for example, is known to be very polluting and releases hazardous dioxins. Polyurethane, on the other hand, is a lesser of the two evils, but it's still derived from fossil fuels. Think too about its end of life. Genuine leather is biodegradable. On the other hand, because most vegan leather is plastic, polyurethane based, vegan leather is not biodegradable. By the time vegan leather starts to break down, it could end up releasing harmful plasticizers and toxic particles into the soil and water systems. Plasticizers are a group of chemicals that help make plastic soft, flexible, and durable. When it's time to scrap vegan leather at the end of its life, it's not so easy to recycle as glass and aluminum products can be. Instead, if you want to recycle any polyurethane materials, they need to be broken down chemically or mechanically. But there are other differences between genuine leather and vegan leather. Real leather is breathable. Vegan leather is not. Genuine leather is naturally fire and heat resistant, whereas vegan leather can melt and mix toxic substances when exposed to fire. Bottom line, you can't say that vegan leather is automatically better for the environment. The honest answer is that it really all depends. Facts show that the environmental impact of buying one piece of genuine leather, which lasts longer, tends to be lower if you were to replace fake leather every few years. Because of all these reasons, car makers play the name game. The name faux leather and fake leather don't sound appealing at all. It sounds cheap. That's why car makers don't use those terms. And they don't like calling it synthetic leather either, because that sounds too clinical. Some manufacturers like Kia call their plastic interiors vegan leather because it implies that they're somehow helping the planet, but others prefer to brand their own names. Take, for example, Toyota's Softex, Lexus's New Lux, or the BMW Sensatec. Synthetic leathers that were branded. At the end of the day, these are just variations of names for a base fabric that's coated in polyurethane, also known as PU, or polyvinyl chloride, also known as PVC, which is then painted and embossed with a leather-like grain. It's mostly all petroleum-derived plastic. Funny enough, vegan leather is nothing new. If you're wondering how the trend started, just talk to the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, also known as PETA. Just rewind to 2015 for a minute. During a shareholder meeting, PETA requested that Tesla become the first cruelty-free automaker. By 2017, all Teslas came available with synthetic leather seating. Ever since then, vegan leather has become the standard for premium EVs. In fact, each of Rivian's 5 interior options for the R1S and R1T include perforated vegan leather seats. Porsche also introduced its leather-free interior in the Taycan and Racetex. Of course, Porsche also has an upcharge for the vegan alternative. Polestar advertises its Microtech, and Polestar 3 is a vegan-friendly alternative. Polestar also certifies that its Microtech is made from renewable vinyl over recycled polyester backing. Mercedes-Benz is working on a vegan leather that's made from fungal root systems. Continental produced a 65% sustainable leather alternative from coffee grounds. And Robert Downey Jr. even used mushroom leather in his electric 1965 Corvette. On its website, PETA posted a story in January 2021 with the title and teaser, "Will your next car have a vegan interior?" Probably, thanks to PETA. In its own publications, PETA boasts that it put vegan car interiors on the map years ago. Today, PETA claims that because of its efforts, up to 15 car manufacturers now offer models with vegan interiors. So why did PETA push so hard for vegan leather? The simple answer is because the organization feels that procuring normal leather involves cruelty to animals. But it's not just leather that PETA finds cruel. It's also against any textiles that are made from sheep wool. For if you ask PETA, it'll tell you that leather products and animal-based materials are 3 times worse for the environment than vegan products are. PETA also claims that just to make leather, you're looking at least 130 different chemicals. On top of that, PETA says that when genuine leather is manufactured, it pollutes the groundwater. But if you want to really trace the vegan leather back to its origins, you have to go even further back. I mean, over 100 years back. You see, vegan leather isn't the name of a brand or company. It's just a class of materials. Some say that vegan leather can trace its roots all the way back to the scientists of the early 20th century who were trying to find synthetic alternatives for materials that were in short supply at the time. In 1915, DuPont established Fabricoid. Basically, it was a synthetic leather made from cotton fabric coated with a form of nitrocellulose. DuPont didn't actually invent the stuff, but it was one of the first companies to use the material in cars. Before Fabricoid was even patented, DuPont had already made a deal with Ford to install this new leatherless upholstery in 65% of the Model T's annual production run. So, in reality, we can trace vegan leather to its roots far back, pretty much when America started driving cars. Let's bust some myths about Alcantara. Most people think that Alcantara is a premium Italian suede that you find inside luxurious vehicles and supercars. Think of the Alcantara cockpit on the 2023 Maserati MC20, or the steering wheels of the Lamborghini Huracan and Porsche 911, or the seats of the BMW i8 and Bugatti Chiron. But actually, Alcantara is man-made. It's composed of 68% polyester and 32% polyurethane. It's ultra-soft to the touch, lightweight, breathable, and offers maximum grip. Funny enough, people associate it with Italian suede, but the truth is, it was invented by a scientist, Miyoshi Okamoto, in the 1970s when he was working for a Japanese company called Toray Industries. In 1972, Toray and an Italian chemical company called Enai Group formed a joint venture called Alcantara Spa to make and distribute the material, but today Alcantara Company is owned by Toray and a Japanese conglomerate called Mitsui. By the way, Toray is a company that also created another mass commercial hit, Rayon. It's also currently the world's largest producer of carbon fiber. But here's the truth about Alcantara. It's less durable than genuine leather. Also, Alcantara cannot be repaired. Despite this, Alcantara is surprisingly more expensive than real leather. But now let's talk a little more about Tesla vegan leather. Around 2017, Tesla started offering synthetic seats, which came available upon request. In 2019, Tesla made waves when Elon Musk announced that all Tesla interiors would be free of animal products and would be offering cloth or vegan leather instead. It said that Tesla's vegan leather is up to 30% lighter than animal hides. This helped reduce overall car weight, which impacts driving range on an electric car. One of Tesla's biggest struggles when it came to vegan leather was finding a material that could withstand heat. After just a few weeks of use, Tesla's vegan leather seats would start to swell and bubble on the surface, and especially when it came to headrests, which came into contact with oils and hair products from drivers' heads. The problem with this synthetic leather can be traced back to the vegan polyurethane resin in the seats. Extended contact with certain chemicals and hot temperatures would cause the seats to swell. Then it makes it hard for the resin adhesive to hold to the seats, and then bubbles start to form. According to Tesla, his vegan seat material could react poorly to anything from lotions, sunscreen, hairsprays or gels, hand sanitizers, e-cigarette or vape pen liquid, cleaning products, and swimming pool chlorine. This inherent limitations of vegan leather were not considered as a manufacturing defect, and it was not covered under his warranty. So let's say you live in Texas or California where most days are sunny, and you're regularly wearing sunscreen and shorts. Well, you'll end up causing irreversible damage to the vegan leather seats. Over the years, Tesla's continued to work on its vegan leather and claims the bubbling has pretty much died down. One of Tesla's partners for vegan leather is Van Holtzhausen. This is a luxury textile company that has created bamboo-based sustainable leather alternative called Bamboo. Bamboo is 83% plant-based and designed to break down in a landfill within 250 days. It's also been described as buttery soft and similar to lambskin. It also happens to be 5 times lighter than cow leather, scratch-resistant, water-resistant, and stain-resistant. So the question is vegan leather better than genuine leather? Well, that depends on who you ask. If you ask PETA, the answer to that question is yes. I prefer to look at the cold hard facts before I form an opinion, and here are the facts. Both genuine leather and wool have proven to be sustainable. These materials are some of the oldest materials we know of, and there are also responsibly produced genuine leathers. For example, look at the leather produced by the Scotland-based tannery known as Bridge of Weir. It sources hides that are byproducts of the beef industry in their local area. While Polestar CEO Thomas Ingenlath once insisted the company's vehicles would only use vegan leather, you can still find this genuine Scottish leather lining the seats of a Polestar 2. But let's talk about the quality of genuine leather versus vegan leather. The short answer is, it depends. We see genuine leather interiors inside many luxury car brands on the market. High quality leather or suede is soft and looks luxurious. At the end of the day, the fact remains that genuine leather lasts longer than plastic-based vegan leather, and it can also be fixed if damaged. When genuine leather gets worn, it develops a patina that shows character without compromising functionality. And if you want to, you can moisturize and polish animal leather products to restore their sheen so they continue to look and feel as new. But vegan leather doesn't have a patina. Instead, it just degrades. And as it degrades, it's prone to cracking and peeling, and eventually looks worn. Even the color will come off. Think of your steering wheel, especially when it needs to be hardy. But now recall the various lotions, oils, and sweat from our hands that come in contact with your steering wheel every day. If your steering wheel is covered with vegan leather, just know you'll daily be contributing to its breakdown. In the end, vegan leather is a mixed bag. Here's the last factor to consider. Real genuine leather is a byproduct of the livestock industry. That means it's a material that might otherwise be wasted. According to the USDA, Americans consume an average of 57 pounds of beef per person every year. That means more than 30 billion pounds, and that's just here in the States. I'm not even talking about global consumption. Since we're eating the beef anyway, doesn't it make sense to reduce waste and use the hides to make leather with? Of course, vegan leather options are improving. Companies that manufacture automotive interiors like Ultra Fabrics, for example, are currently experimenting with natural materials. Companies like these claim their vegan leather production process generate less than 25% of the carbon dioxide that traditional methods do. But now you tell me, what do you think of vegan leather? Would you rather buy a car that had genuine leather or vegan leather, and why? Please share by commenting below. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for your support.